of the OP Pyromancer early stream. We left off at Round Table Hold. Now I'm going to take you to get your fourth talisman slot. So this guy might prove a little difficult. Let me see if we got... So we got a shield we can throw on. Let's see. It's not upgraded. We can go get the upgrades, but rather than do that, I'll just show you that you can do it without any upgrades. If you've been following with the stream, then you already have carry and retaliation. We're going to go back to the Royal Capital. We're going to go to Atlas Highway Junction. Just to note again, I haven't gone through, gotten all the golden seeds that you can possibly get, all that stuff. Like, I'm just playing through. If it's there, we get it, cool. If not, we're not going out of our way to get it. I want to show you that it's possible early on. Without all that stuff. I didn't even have to get the shit that I do have, as far as the flasks and tiers are concerned. Maybe a couple of them at the beginning, but past that, not really. We're gonna head east. Once you see the big rune beer, you know you're in the right place. We're gonna keep running. Don't worry about his aggro. You can jump in this cave, hit a site of grace if you want, so you don't gotta run back. I'm just gonna run past it. We're gonna run past this boss. Although, if you're a faith user, you may want to kill him and get his shield. I'm not really concerned with it. I'm just gonna get these golden seeds and the mat fragment. And I'm going to hit this guy here. I'm going to go to the left of the stairs so as to not have to engage the gargoyle. And once I get to the apex of this staircase / hill, I'm going to get 2 more golden seeds. It's along the path, so why not get them? Once I get these, I'm gonna look in the inventory and see what all we have just getting what we get. So we've got 11 crack pots, 4 ritual pots, and 2 perfume bottles. That's plenty. Although, if I were playing for real, I would go through and get all of them. In which case you can have 20 crack pots, 10 ritual pots, and 10 perfume bottles. Each with their own number of recipes. We're going to go through. We're going to hit this here. We're going to find the staircase. We're going to turn left and follow this little pathway to the left. The reason we're doing this is in case you die before you get the Site America. If we really wanted, we could interact with this dude and buy another perfume bottle. We're here, why not? From this site of grace, we're going to go down the path to the right, and we're just going to follow this for a minute. You have the option now to go left or right. We're going to stay to the right. We had the option right there to go off the path to the right, so I would suggest doing that. Stay on it so we don't get hit by the golem shooting bows up there. Granted, we can run past them, but it makes sense while we're over here to play things safe. We're just going to run down this hill. We'll run past a bear, and then we'll go into a side tomb. Another reason for getting this is so you don't have to make this long-ass run all over again later on. So we're going to hit this, come back up, and then we're going to fight the tree sentinel. What's going on, viewer? Just making progress. We're going to work towards getting our fourth and final talisman slot. Last stream we went from level 43 to level 82 in the matter of minutes. We got our third talisman slot and our final upgrade. So we already have one somber weapon that's plus 10, which would be our tree seal, which we're using to cast all of our pyromancies or other incantations. We just grabbed that site for the purposes of not dying for those that are a little more inexperienced. We showed them a sweet and easy path to get to the tree, or the tree sentinel. So from the side tomb, if you continue straight, there's a cave. In that cave, you can get a couple ritual pots, a couple more crack pots. We're not going to work on that now. In the meantime, we're going to look for another spirit spring that should be right here. We're going to hop up it, and that puts us behind the giants that were shooting great bows. No need to engage or even become threatened by them. There you go. We're going to come up to the Statue of America. So now if we die, we spawn right here. You want to make sure before you do this boss that you have a shield with carry and retaliation. The more you upgrade your shield that has this equipped, the more damage you're going to do. I chose to do it with this shield, which has a slower parry than a small shield, and I chose to do it with no upgrades to show that it can still be done without upgrading. We'll go ahead, buff up like we normally would. And we're going to try and get as much free damage with our pyromancies as we can. And then switch back to our shield. Oh no. I don't know why I did that. Oops. I goofed. Time to parry. Time to parry. Heal up when we can. Now's a good time to drink a mana. Parry his spells. Wait until last minute when he starts to bring it down and dodge. Roll through this. Come on, fireballs. There we go. Roll through the attacks. Just back away from this. Again, roll last minute as he's bringing it down. I missed that one. It's fine. So we just want to make sure that we're out of the path of the lightning. I rolled too early. This fireball should do it. And there it is, easy peasy. This can be done at any level, but it has to be done after you get your third talisman slot. You could certainly beat him, but you would never be able to get through that door. So that's why I say wait until now. When I play these streams and I'm not, when I play the game and I'm not streaming, there's a whole lot of steps that I've shown throughout the beginning of this series of walkthroughs that I skip entirely. I don't need the extra damage and all that stuff. Typically, I just go through, I do my dodging, and I smack when there's an opportunity. I'm only showing you guys how to make the most overpowered that I can come up with this early in the game. I would still call the Royal Capital early. Early to mid, like you're just getting to mid. Well, go ahead, sit here, talk to Melania, or Melina, whatever her name is. She's going to tell us she wants to burn the Earth Tree, whatever. We don't care. We just wanted to replenish our Estus. So again, at this point, the most you can have are 12 Estus at plus 10. I'm just grabbing the ones that have been along our path. I certainly could go through and get all the other ones. But for the purposes of this and time, I just want to boogie through. We should have our next talisman slot, I would say, within 10 minutes. Make sure you got endurance up. Third tree's gonna fall. We could kill him, but there's really no purpose at this point. We just want to make it through to the next bonfire. Well, I generally don't get hit there, but I did this time. Go figure. Let's see. We'll come back and get this stuff eventually. I want to get you enough materials to have at least another +9 somber weapon. You get 10 once you get to the consecrated snowfield, which isn't far off from what we're doing. So if you were running Blasphemous Blade, you would eventually get that to +9. And we've already got our Erd Seal all the way up to +10. It's max upgrade. The focus now is getting our 4th talisman slot and the next best pyromancies. The ones that everyone wants. And I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on these little ones, these early game ones. They're so strong, and that's all I've been using to kill these bosses. Since we're here, we'll go ahead and grab the seed, run back to the bonfire, de-aggro everything, hopefully without dying, and then take a safer path up to the tree. So, no thank you, gargoyle. You don't have to run all the way back. We could just jump down here and hit this next site of grace. Makes sense. I don't feel like running all the way back anyhow. Here's yet another armor set. And if you want our 5 or 7 deadly sins pyromancy, I think that's how you get it. You got to get the flightless bird painting, go up to Windmill Village, and go run off to the corner once you get to the top, and you can get that. It's pretty good, but it sets you on fire. It's pretty good aesthetic. It used to be a glitch. I don't know if it still exists, where you could put Blood Flame Blade on your weapon and then cast that, and it would do bleed damage as well. So get out your Beast Torch. That way these dogs don't aggro. And we're just making our path all the way to the boss. You could do one of two things once you get all the way up here. You can just go ahead and fight the boss straight away, or if you want to do all your buffs, which is the safe way to go about it, you're going to enter the boss room, and then you're going to quit out to the menu. You're going to either load or continue in. At this point, it doesn't matter. For Moog, it mattered specifically. So we're out here now. we're going to go ahead and do our buff sequence. Drink our physic, golden vow, hollow shibiri, blue flask. Although we can save our blue flask. Gonna go in, hit this dude with a oil pot, hopefully. No. Alright. I'm probably gonna get slapped, it looks like. It's 2 times with catch flame. You should roll forward through that, just so everybody's aware. That was 4. Dang. Get off me, bro. There we have it. 4th talisman. So, this is one of those cases where if we want to get to the next area, we have to beat the next boss. Fire isn't necessarily the way to go against this boss. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Church of Vows. And we're going to give the best boy the Godslayer Incantation Prayer Book. And we're going to get Black Flame. Let's go here. Now that we have it, we'll equip it and we'll do some leveling. Get us up to 50 natural faith. We can just keep going in the faith from here. I'm good with that. If you have more levels. Now we're at level 85. Got a plus 10 weapon. Got a ton of pyromancy spells. And we could have more. There's no real need for it. We'll go back to the boss that we just killed at the Erdtree Sanctuary. Make our way up here. You can get another prayer book here. I'm not for this particular playthrough. If you want, we can try and beat this guy. Let's see. Just for shits and giggles, why not? Look at that. I mean, it's absolutely insane the amount of damage you can throw out with just the very first pyromancy in the game, really. We'll sit, get our stock back. To make things easier, we'll summon this chick into the boss fight. We'll probably lose the first go around. That's usually how I pattern things. If we die, we'll come back. We'll kill it the second. Go through the buff sequence. We'll skip. Switch to our black flame fireball now. If you want to do more damage, we could put the God's skin seal in our other hand. Make sure you're charging your fireballs. You should aggro her. One or two more hits should do it. Oh, unless this kills us, which it might. And that's all she wrote. Now we have access to the best pyromancies in the game, in the next area we're going to be. One of which I will not be getting during the stream, because if I get it, I won't get a lot of other stuff. Once you beat the fire giant, never mind, I take that back. We can get all of those pyromancies. I'm not going to kill a fire giant, though, because I want to do other things. If you progress too far, you won't have access to the royal capital as it was when we ran through it just recently. So before progressing, is what I'm saying, before progressing, you want to complete everything in the capital that you possibly can and want to. So from here, we go back to the avenue balcony. Back up the stairs where that Erd Tree avatar was. We're just going to keep running. We're not even going to bother with him. So in my own playthroughs, when I'm not streaming, at this point, I've already got 12 flasks plus 10. And I wouldn't go through those doors until I made sure that that happened. I also wouldn't go through those doors until I had 20 cracked pots, 10 ritual pots, and 10 perfume bottles. Well, I take that back. You get your 10th perfume bottle from here, right down there. You take that path down to our right, you take it all the way to the end, you got to fight a red wolf, and then you can loot the bottle from the ground. Not worried about you, guy. This is a first. I've never had one of those get up on here with me. Look at those numbers. Insane for where we're at in the game. Another somber 6. Not that we need it. We'll hit a site of grace, get a golden seed, another site of grace. We'll activate the lift, get a map fragment, and another site of grace. All within 5 hours of gameplay, and I've been doing stuff that I normally wouldn't do, and taking longer, safer routes for new players. Just keep following the path. Golden seed should be up here. And we're just going to keep following. A gargoyle will come down. We're going to just run past him right onto the gray site. No need to enter combat with him unless it's something you feel the need to do. Once we get around this corner, we'll dismount, hit our site of grace, sit at it to get that guy off of our back. We can go ahead and upgrade our flask. So now we're at 12 flasks. You can get up to 14 total in the game. Just to give you an idea of where we're at. As far as upgrading them goes, their potency, you can get up to plus 12. We've missed 2 in Lindell Capital. Well, not missed, we just didn't get them. And then you get 2 in this area here. Go ahead, hop on your horse. Let me see something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 7 and an 8, and I can show you how to get a 9. All of them are going to be fairly easy to get. So there's the map. Off to the left is another site of grace. If you're using regular weapons, you can go through these runes and you'll find a little hole. Go down the hole, open a chest, and then you can get upgrades up to plus 20 regular weapons. Regular weapons go to plus 25. Somber weapons go to plus 10. I've already got 1, plus 10. And we're working towards our second. Just going to follow this path. What I like to do for my own purposes, because you never know what can happen in this game, as soon as you see this guy, you can go ahead, fall down. Go in this catacomb here. Hit the grace site, and now we're safe. If we die, then we respawn here. Chances of us dying are pretty unlikely. I still like to do it. Go ahead, hop back on your horse. Don't worry about any of the enemies. And we're going to run across this bridge here. A dude's going to be shooting at us with a great bow. I've never been hit ever in my whole life playing this game, 2,000 hours. I don't think we'll have any issues. But that's why I like to hit the grace, because you never know in FromSoft games. Look, I literally just got hit for the first time ever. So this big pillar in front of us, we're going to go around it. Make a hard right turn, and now that dude can't shoot us. And so we'll just continue on up the rocks. You'll see this little bridge made of the runes that fell. The ruins that fell. And we're going to hit a bonfire right here. So we can sit and de-aggro things. What we're going to want to do though, because we still need, in order to get our second somber weapon, in our case, if I had it, it would be the blasphemous blade. We need a 7 and an 8 and a 10. So here's our 8. We're going to go back down the path, and right there at that ball, kill him, there's our 8. Now, there's a bunch of earlier 7s that you can get, but they're kind of difficult to get to, and your likelihood of dying is pretty great. So we're going to go down this path now. We're going to hug the right side and get a golden seed. Once we get the golden seed, we're going to progress to the next bonfire. Hang a right here as soon as you see this giant, and we'll pick up the golden seed. None of this stuff will really bother us, so we're safe to just run. If you get this guy to destroy that statue, you'll get a regular smithing stone 7. We have no need for it here. Just continue along the path. We'll hit this guy here. We'll sit down, get a couple levels into our faith. And we're going to make our way across this frozen lake. We'll come to a church. We'll get a somber bell bearing and a sacred tear and a bonfire. If you want to, go ahead and get your beast torch on. Make sure you're not fat rolling once you put it on. Don't worry about the dragon boss. You can always come back and fight him later if you choose to. In my opinion, he's one of the more difficult dragon bosses. He's got a ridiculous set of moves. And he's constantly flying away in the fog, so you can never see him. So here's our somber bell bearing. That'll give you access to somber stones 5 and 6. And now you can buy them infinitely. Here's our site of grace. And here's our sacred tear. So with beast torch in offhand, hop back on your horse, and we're going to head west. Now, it might seem like these dogs aggro against you. It's just the way they're programmed. Your torch is out. They won't pursue you. Stay along the outside. He shouldn't miss you. And just go around this doofus. Right up here, to the right of that flame in front of me, is a bonfire. We'll hit that. We'll get back on our horse. Come all the way up to these stairs, and what we're working on now is getting our pyromancies. The end game pyromancies. So hop off here. With your beast torch still out, we're going to climb up this ladder. You may have to engage these guys, I don't know. I'm going to try and get through without. Okay, they hit kind of hard. Not a big deal. jump over to the bridge, drink an Estus. We'll do some buffs, just in case. Because our beast torch is out, we can kill these guys quickly without them engaging us. And we're going to try and kill this dude. You don't have to. But just to show you it can be done, I'll do it. Shield's pretty good for strength and faith, mostly strength. But the weapon art scales with faith, I believe. Right up here, we'll get access to the best pyromancies in the game, -1. And so, nothing should be aggroed. We'll go back to the best boy at Church of Vows. Turn this into him, and then we can buy our incantations. So, Giant's Flame Take Thee is the giant chargeable fireball. That's where you're going to do the most damage in PvP, and likely the most damage in PvE. This other one can be charged as well. I like to just quick cast it to switch things up for PvP. And I'll equip them and show you what they're both about. We don't need this or this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. So earlier, I talked about Whirl of Flame being good, and I'm going to tell you why. So when you initiate PvP and they're off in the distance, if you charge this spell, I mean, it goes super far. Super far. Okay? If it hits for a decent amount. 9 times out of 10, though, the enemy is going to roll it, and when they roll it, you can, as soon as you're done casting, you can quick cast free aim and hit them with this fireball. Free aim. No. You gotta aim a little lower with this one. There we go. Always when you run in, not against this guy. So in PvP, people are going to get staggered by that attack in most cases. And that opens you up to hit it at least one more time. So you hit them with the running 1-2, and then you can roll out of it, you know, go to your bigger fireballs or whatever, your melee attack weapon, whatever you choose. And then here's our massive giant fireball. This takes 2 slots. So we'll have to get another slot in order to use it, or we could just unequip this guy because I don't intend to. And there we have it. So this, you can just R1, or if you charge it, I mean, you can launch this thing. It's got some range, and it's like a nuke dropped. It does have a high cost, but man, does it do damage. Look at that. And we can boost that even further once we get a different talisman. Which we'll go and get now. So if we go to the Erdtree Gazing Hill. And just so you know, I would end the stream after I got those last incantations. From the Erdtree Gazing Hill bonfire, we're going to travel southeast around this little encampment, and we'll find ourselves on a path. We continue to follow that path until we get to the next Everjail. Now, if you die, you should respawn somewhere in this vicinity. If not, then you'll have to make the run all over again. Not too big of a deal, though. This is a boss that we've already beat, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Gonna get in here, go through our buff sequence. Dodge those. Don't be like me. The black flame fireball is probably going to do the most damage because his health pool's so high. You'll want to dodge that. One more Estus. All right. And that gives us Godfrey icon. This is going to buff every single one of our charged attacks, be them spells or skills. Another 20%, I believe. So just to test, we'll go back to the secluded cell. And with no buffs, we're going to hit this dude with a black flame, charged. You'll see we do 1,258 damage. So 1258. Now we're going to go through our buff sequence. And we're going to hit him charged with all our current gear. We're looking to beat 1258, and we basically doubled our damage. We were off by maybe 100. So we're already doing double damage. Now, if we throw in Godfrey's icon, I'll just sit real quick. Oh, you know what? I think I did that wrong. Let me take that off. Drink my thing. Do my buff. Let's just see. Okay, so I was right. We did that right. So we were only about 100, roughly, just looking at the numbers, off from doubling our damage. Now we're going to add in Godfrey's icon. Go through the same buff sequence to make sure everything all lines up. We're looking to beat 2,300. Look at that. About 400 more damage just by adding the one talisman. Now, that almost one-shot him. Let's see how another spell performs. Let's go with O-Flame. Same buff sequence, okay? $3,105. That is absolutely insane. And we're only at level 87. Our goal is to get to 80 faith for the end game build. And we already hit for 3,500. So we'll try the big giant fireball now. $31. So let's do this now. We're gonna add in an oil pot to the mix. Bonkers. Let's do the same thing, but with O Flame. I'm trying to show you guys how insanely powerful this spell is. $3,881. That's crazy. We don't even have 60 faith. I guess once we drink our physic, we have 68 faith, but still, we're missing plenty of faith. There we go. Let's memorize spells. All good. Now, so from here, if you want to continue to get stronger, which I'm sure we all do, we're going to go back to Liurnia Lakeshore. We're going to hop on our horse. We're going to follow this around. I guess we could do this really quick. We can do this. This is another pyromancy. It's actually really damn strong for PvE. So we'll go ahead, we'll do our buff sequence so we can fight and kill this guy. Oh shit. Hit the wrong thing. Now we have an even stronger, arguably for PvP, Flame of the Fell Gods. And I just want to show you the kind of damage that it does. So we'll just go back to the secluded cell quickly. We'll go ahead and throw this bad boy on. Where is it? Right here. So it takes another 2 slots, so we'll just get rid of something in the meantime. Now, you can make it to where you can have, I think, 14 or 15 spell slots available to you. So don't worry, you'll be able to if you go through and grab everything. So we'll go ahead, we'll go through our buff sequence. This guy here. Now, keep in mind this is without an oil pot. Which we have plenty of time to hit him with. If it would have hit him straight on, it blew up at his back. I don't know why it did that. Let me try again. Alright, buff sequence. I believe this spell can be charged too. So look at how much time we have. And so I could have switched to another spell and hit him with that before that other one hit. It's just insane for boss melting. So to give you an idea, without going through all the buffs and all that shit. And I mean, we really haven't done anything. Let's go to Village of Balvnarix real quick. We're gonna roll into Albus. He's gonna tell us about the Erd tree, or Halig tree. I'm sorry, medallion. And we're gonna obtain the Halig tree pieces. This is what's gonna get us to our other plus 10 somber weapon. And if I had one, I would upgrade it, but I'm not going to. So he gave us 1/2. Okay. Now we go to Liurnia Lakeshore. We're going to hug that left side. And we'll come up to the Crystal Cave. One of the Crystal Caves. I think it's like Lakeside Crystal Cave or something. So just keeping this cliff to your left. Go around this big fallen pillar. Keep going through, hugging it. And when I'm pretty sure it is, I think we passed it. Okay, stop hitting me with your stuff. I think we passed it. Yeah, shit. Where the hell is it? There's that. So you pass the spring, the spirit spring. Should be right up here as soon as you get past those guys on the left. What the hell? Alright. That's further down then. Yeah, I didn't pass it up the first time. So you'll come to this cave entrance. You'll want to complete this cave. And this is huge too, because you can, I'll show you once we get up here. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out some stuff. Well, no I ain't. Whatever. We'll just go through it. Come down here. Here. I'm gonna do my best not to fight anything until I absolutely have to. just so you guys at home can see a little better. Just gonna keep boogieing. Okay, once we get to this entrance, we'll go through our buffs. Dang, I used an awful lot there. Once he's dead, we run through to the next bonfire and we talk to Latenna. We can grab this stone sword key. So we're going to get her as a spirit summon, and that's huge because she can complete and defeat the fire giant for us without ever having to engage him ourselves. You can level her up if you wish to make it go a little faster, or you can use her as is, which I'll demonstrate later. And she'll totally destroy that dude. So, with all that in mind, we're going to go back to the freezing lake. Because I promised I would get us another plus 10 somber stone and a plus 7. And that'll get us to a plus 10 somber weapon, making that our second somber weapon that's fully upgraded. So from the freezing lake, you're just going to hook around and you're going to follow this path all the way down until you get to Soul Castle. I know it's a tough boss fight. It doesn't have to be. There's a couple ways to go about doing it. One where you don't fight him at all. The other where you fight him, but you charm his pals that he summons, and they kick his ass for you. And you know, you can get into the mix too. Take this guy on if we wanted. I wouldn't suggest it, but just to show you, you can. We're going to continue down the path though. Keep following this cliff line until it's safe to jump down, which now it probably is. So, get to this bonfire. I'll sit to replenish our stuff. I'm going to go through the buff sequence. So he's just going to keep being weird. Stand at the door. Cast this guy right here. Get us another one. There we go. Somber 7. Doesn't matter that we died. Once you killed him, the other one's dead. Or not dead, but the one you killed won't respawn. You can kill this guy if you want to. And it'll give you another Somber 7. There we go. So the cool thing, if you didn't notice, with that spell, once it explodes, it leaves fire on the ground that does damage over time. It's pretty good. So now everybody's hated part is to get through this castle, fight this boss. Well, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to fight him. So we'll see if we can level. If we can, we'll put it into faith, because we want to get to 80 faith. Get out our trusty dagger. And we're going to go around Soul Castle. Now this might take a few tries, even for me. The site was patched, and then we found a way to do it still. If you want, go ahead and grab this Trina Lily. You'll want it for later on in your playthrough. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to line up on this path. And we're going to come to this rock. And we're going to jump and then jump again. And when we do, if you see the rock towards the bottom of the screen, we're going to want to jump just slightly to the right of that. And in doing so, if we do it successfully and we keep swinging our weapon, the whole scene will change, and we keep swinging like we did Moog. And eventually, Commander Nile will go away. So I think I'm going to die. I might not. We're going to keep swinging. And eventually we'll see that the boss died. A good indicator that you're close to it happening is that the clouds will wash over and you'll see a scene change right where we're at. you want to just keep hitting R1 with your dagger or whatever weapon you choose. So if you notice, the scene's changing. And that's everything despawning. The world despawning, basically. And so the floor despawns under him and he falls to his death. That's how the science behind him dying this way. There you have it. No more hard boss fight. 90,000 souls. Open up your map. Travel to Castle Soul main gate. And now, remember those awesome volcano pots we picked up earlier? We're going to craft as many as we can. Okay? We're going to go ahead and equip them. Now, because we're pyromancers, we can probably do this without those volcano pots. Just going to go through this path right here. Hopefully get up here without taking any damage or too much at all. So, if you don't have fireballs, you can take those pots and hit this guy. See, they do pretty significant damage, so 2, possibly 3 should do it. There we go. The next ones, so when you're not in combat, if we go, where can we go? Well, either way, we can get out of combat somehow. And that'll allow us to craft more. So the next guy, you know, along this path, he's going to shoot a crossbow at us, and it's going to hit, and it's going to do bad things to us, okay? It's not a fun time. So what you can do is get over here and throw it just over the corner, and it should hit him. You may have to square up differently. For whatever reason, it's throwing them all wonky for me right now. But since we're pyromancers, we're just going to cast a giant-ass fireball and kill that guy. Now, the same thing goes for this guy. See him up there with the crossbow, or the arbalist, or whatever the hell it is? Craft you some volcano pots. We can try and hit them from here. There we go. And that should kill him. I could have done it with one fireball, but for you guys who don't have giant fireballs, that's how you do it. Easily, anyhow. Go ahead, drop down through here. Get your little painting if that's what you want to do. Hello, dog. Get out your or your beast repellent torch. We'll heal up to full just to be on the safe side. If we die, we die. But our goal is to get to the next bonfire. Right through here. And it won't let us do it. So, oh, come on. Probably gonna die. Okay, not a big deal. So I'll just boogie through all that real quick. So if you're just going through here like I am, don't worry about killing these guys. But if you are trying to get other items or whatever, like, make sure you kill those. Those guys won't pursue you past this point. This is where the boss was. He's no longer there, obviously. We're going to continue to the lift. And up these stairs. Right over here, we should get the other half of the halleck tree. So from there, once you have that, you're going to go back to the grand lift of Rold. you're going to switch action here and hoist the secret medallion. It'll go through a cutscene. And now, this is the path to the consecrated snowfield, where we're going to get our other plus 10 somber smithing stone. If you die, you'll end up right back here. In the meantime, we're just going to keep moving forward to get that 10th, our plus 10 somber smithing stone. Dodge these guys. Here's another one. A big octopus is going to fall from the ceiling, run around to the right. Dodge this dude. Don't interact with them. Hit this bonfire. Run outside. You will not be able to sit, so don't try, because you will die. And if you just keep running straight out, eventually you'll run into a bonfire. This is our chick, Lieutenant. And that's how we're going to get our other plus 10 somber smithing stone. Here's our lost grace. We can set waypoints along this road, and the further we get along it, we'll be able to open up and mark some more points, even though we don't have the map fragment. Don't worry about engaging anything. These things are going to suck if they hit you. Just keep going. There's a less reckless way to go about doing that. I just happened to go to the wrong place. So here's our map fragment. We'll just go ahead and mark it. So we could go over here and we could fight a Wyrm, and he'll give us a somber 10 or an ancient 10. I don't remember which, but I know for sure, like for sure, we're going to get the somber 10 up over here. So when you get to that junction, kind of turn around and grab this site of grace just in case you die. And right next to this big ash tree, we're going to get the map fragment. And we're going to head like northwest, mostly west. Head mostly west around this big guy, and we should come to a golden seed. Awesome, right? Golden seed obtained. Then you're gonna head to like northeast to where we can bypass all those archers and wolves, come to where this building is, go on in for another bonfire, wherever it is. Should be, maybe it's around the front, I don't remember. Yeah, we'll just go around. Yep, here we go. we hit the bonfire. And if you want another awesome armor from this site of grace, let's see, from the site of grace, why not? You can just jump over this building. Come right under, where is it? I must be on the wrong side of it. Yeah, it's over here, I think. Yep, right there. And now we got the black knife armor set, if that's what you choose to wear. Go just warp back to that for bearing purposes. If you have a lot of runes, I would suggest spending them, because I'm certain that because I'm streaming, I'm gonna die on this next part. So if you open up your map, we're at Ordinia. We're going to go northwest, and we're going to put a mark right there. And that's where we want to go. So there's a big, huge cliff. We're going to go over the cliff. This big mausoleum's gonna start shooting shit at us. He's not cool. I've only ever gotten up here without dying a few times. So we're gonna try and make it past him without dying. So frustrating that they put something like this in the game. So we can go to the Stake America now. And that'll put us basically right in front of them. Call out our horse. I'm gonna try and get the runes. Definitely gonna die again. Looking up helps some. Damn. It's so frustrating and stupid that they put a mechanic like this in the game. Only for the sake of you guys am I going back for these souls. Otherwise I would try and find a different route. Matter of fact, I'm just going to find a different route. So once you're on them, it's not such a big deal. Don't let him step on you like he almost did me there. Once you break enough of these off, he'll stop shooting that dumb shit. Alright, I think he's breaking. There's better weapons for that. Wow. You gotta be shitting me. Anyways. Alright, so we got him down. No matter what happens now, we'll never have to do that ever again. We're gonna come in here, okay? Hit this grace. We're gonna grab whatever this is. And you see how it prompts us now, once we pick that shield up, to summon Latenna? We're going to summon her, go through some dialogue, and she's going to give us the final Somber 10 that we were looking for. Now we can have 2 Somber weapons completely upgraded, and we're not even level 100. Just to prove, here's our first Somber weapon, fully upgraded. And now we have Somber Stones 1 through 10. That's 2 weapons we can have fully upgraded. And we could have done this at any level, really. I guess the next thing I could show you what is this? Okay. Yeah, we can do that. The only thing else I can show you to make this pyromancy build any better is going to be to kill the fire giant. So let's sit down. Let's change our summon. Now, this next part's going to take an awful long time, but it's going to do it for us. We're not even going to have to fight shit. bonfire map fragment. Back on our horse. If you're low level and you don't want to fight Okina, follow this path. Get out your little beast torch just in case. And so instead of going that way, we're going to get thrown off our horse if we do. Just come through here. Go around the big handsy. Right here to this bonfire and light it. If you die, oh well. Once it's lit, get on it. Head west. And we go around this here, right into the side of the skull. We can get an ancient smithing stone, ancient dragon smithing stone. We can fully upgrade a regular weapon now. If we stay to the left of the bird, we can jump down and hit this spirit spring. Now when you hit this spirit spring, you're going to want to force yourself to the church as far as you can. I didn't, so that bird's probably going to aggro. If it does, whatever, our goal, hit this bonfire. Okay? Luckily for us, it didn't aggro, and we were able to get a sacred tear out of the deal. If you want to fight Okina, not a big deal. Get your little shield out, okay, from this bonfire. Just walk out, and eventually you'll get invaded. When you do, you'll want to be around this side. Follow it all the way down, okay? I believe you're going to want to get to here. Keep tapping R1, and he should roll off, I think. If it didn't work, just try it again. That's all. Matter of fact, we'll just get our dagger out for that part. There we go. Okina's going to come for us. We're just going to repeat the process until we get it. Oh shit. Shit. I fucked up. I was at the wrong spot. I hate when I'm on stream and I do dumb shit. I normally just fight him straight up, parry his attacks, riposte him, and it's done. Low level, it's a little more difficult because of your damage output. There you go. You got to stand right here on this path and block. And so he'll just roll off every single time. So now that he's done, we can go back to foot of the forge. Doesn't matter what we have equipped, it's not going to matter. As long as we have Latenna in our inventory. Going to make our way to the boss door. No need for summons, no need for anything. Just gonna run. Hopefully dodge this snow flip. Nope. Heal up. Kind of. Guide this way. Guide this guy towards this area. Let's go, big boy. That's the attack you're looking for. That shoves him forward more. Come on. You're going to look for that big ass rock. And right when he's about to strike, when you're close. Like now. You're going to run and jump to here. When you run and jump to here, you're going to stay here. Make sure that he's tracking on you a little bit. You'll find these trees. And you're going to want to put Latenna somewhere in this vicinity. Once you put her down, she'll start shooting. And then you just bring your ass right back over here. And you keep going back and forth. And she's going to slowly take his life down if you haven't upgraded her. If you stay roundabout here, she'll be able to just damage him until the next phase. As long as she's in that area, I think she is out of range of his fireball attacks and such, so she should live. If not, you just got to keep trying. Eventually you'll find the right spot in that vicinity over there for her. When phase 1 ends and phase 2 begins, we run the same route that we ran before to get to this point. It's a slower process because he moves much slower. But once we kind of get him to where we want him, we're good. If you don't position him properly, there's a possibility he could come down here. I've had it happen to me. But we should be pretty good. Like I said, this is a long, stupid way to do this boss fight. We're strong enough to kill him outright by ourselves, but I just want to prove that you can do it. I've done this at level 1 and 36 regularly. Regularly at level 36. And Latenna's still doing her thing. If you decided to upgrade her, it takes the ghost gloveworts, and I want to say at this point you can already have it at +10. So she could be doing some really significant damage. We would have already been in the second phase, just to kind of put the damage in perspective. So when he starts moving and she's not doing so much damage, you just want to kind of move around because he's aggroed towards you. And you see his health bar is just slowly ticking down. If it wasn't for the second phase, you could do this totally AFK once you got to this point. I wasn't paying attention to her not hitting him. So all we're going to do is just walk over, guide him over that way a little bit, and kind of position ourselves right here so she gets back into doing damage. A little bit more so he doesn't walk around the hill.
I'll probably take the whole bag out. Hey.
What's up? So this process takes forever. I'll stop the stream and I'll start a new one once we get this second phase.